Okay, this is Castle here, and we're going to talk about the 3/4 view um, portrait drawing. It gets the name 3/4 because there's half of the face and half of half. So that adds up to 3/4. And in some ways, it's easier to draw than a straight-on view. It's easier to get when you're doing the shading. It's easier to get the nose to point, to stand up off of the face and get more roundness. I think so anyway. So anyway, let's get started. Okay, I'm going to start with the shape of the head. This time I'm putting a little bit more on the back of the head, because with the 3/4 view you see more of the back of the head. And I'm coming down and adding a little bit of the neck and shaping the chin a little bit. Now I'm going to put my center line guideline in. And I'm checking to see how far up the eyes or how far down half is to put the guideline for my eyes in. And you saw me just smudge a little bit to make to show where my guideline should go for my eye. That's a good way to mark without making a super dark mark. His nose is not quite halfway down from the chin. So, if you're working from an actual photo, check those things. Now I'm kind of making the marks for where the eyes go. And since it's 3/4 view, the eyes aren't going to quite be a whole eye apart like they are in a front view. And I'm putting in the guidelines for the nose. Don't forget to put those guidelines in that go vertically for excuse me, for the nose and where the edges, the corners of the lips go, because those are so helpful and they will help keep things into proportion. Okay, this time I do want to draw a line all the way up from the tip of the nose up into the brow bone on the farther away side. And look where the eyes are, or where the pupils and the irises are for the eye. And an easy way to make the shape is to look what shape the white of the eye is and make that shape instead of the shape of the iris. And pupils are always circles. They're always round. So when you put those in, don't make them oval shaped like the rest of the eye. They are round. They are circles. On human beings. On other animals, they may be different. Now I'm putting in the guidelines for the corner of the mouth. The far side, the far side of the lips are going to be a little bit shorter than the closer side of the lips. And you'll see me go back and rework the lips later on, but for right now I'm just going to get a general sense. And then I'm satisfied with the size, so I'm taking out the guidelines. Now I put the shirt on. When you put clothing on, make sure the clothing sticks out from the person a little bit, because clothes go around our bodies. They don't, they are not part of our body. So make sure that, collars or, sleeves, if we would do something, do a portrait or a figure drawing with arms, that's going to be a little different. Okay, I saw that my neck was too thick, so I carved it down a little bit. Then he's wearing an earring, so I'm going to do
the earring in the same manner as I do a shirt, and the neck going down into the the collar of the shirt. And I just figured out that my ear came down too low. His ear was too big, too tall. So I'm just fixing that, and then I'm going to fix the earring so it's going around. It looks like it's going through the ear. Okay, now I'm going to add hair in. And remember, the hairline is about halfway between the top of the head and where the guideline for the eyes is. And hair always comes a little bit in front of the ear. And his hair kind of wraps around his head on the right hand side as well. You can kind of see that on my drawing. And I'm coloring I'm not coloring to shade the hair. I'm just drawing the shape that the hair is in, and then I shaded it in a little bit so we can see it a little bit better. Or at least, especially the shadowy part that kind of sticks out. And then eyebrows, it's I'm kind of comparing and drawing a little guideline for the eyebrow. And eyebrows are always thicker in the middle towards the nose than they are on the opposite, on the end towards the outside corners of the eye. Okay. Then I'm going to go in and erase my guidelines, and I'm just correcting a few things. Refining the shape of his nose because I'm a little bit picky about my drawing. And refining that far corner of the mouth. I brought that down too far. The nearest corner of the mouth down a little bit too far. So as you can see, there's a lot of, I do a lot of erasing when I draw because I don't always get it right the first time. It's okay to mess up. It's okay to erase. But erasing isn't going to be as big of a deal when we do the final drawing in Autodesk Sketchbook. Okay. And there we go. All done. Thanks for watching.